Hello, it's Jamise, of course, and if you don't know me by now, it's probably because you're not subscribed. So watch this video in full, leave a great comment, like it, thumbs up, and then go watch my other videos. And if you like them, subscribe. But anyway, obviously you picked this video because you wanted to know about the tips that helped me become productive all 2021, and I got them for you. I'm not even going to run my mouth long. I have my notes. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so tip number one is I time myself. This could go one of two ways. So number one, you can use the stopwatch method, and that method is where you set the stopwatch. You pick the task, whatever you're going to do, and then when you're done with the task, then you see how long it took you to do the task. This is not my personal preference because when you take on big tasks like editing or cleaning your room, you may not finish, so you can't get an idea of how long you're taking to do these tasks and how much time you're wasting. I like to use the second method, which is the timer method. It has helped me also mentally gauge time, like to see how long things take mentally without timing myself. But the timer method is basically, you say, hey Siri, set a timer for an hour. You pick the task that you want to do, and when the timer is out, you're able to see how long it took you to do the task or how long it took you to do part of the task. This has allowed me to see how much time I was wasting on complaining about not having enough time. Okay? So when I tell you that I have gotten so much more done, I have gotten so much more productive with the timer method because I don't feel like I'm just using a whole bunch of free time to do things. I'm like, all right, I'm going to work for an hour. And then in the beginning, I was wasting a lot of time, and then eventually I was like, okay, I can get all this done in an hour, or I can get this done in 10 minutes, or I can get this done in 15 minutes. And it allowed me to set certain chunks of the day just for getting things done. So that method is my favorite method out of all these tips. The second tip is an anchor. Now, I am not the type to clean that much with listening to music because I like to dance, I like to sing along, and I'll get really, really distracted, especially if I'm mad. So, for me, I use a TV show that I've already seen, such as like The Office, that 70s show, Total Drama Island, and that allows me to have some type of background noise and some type of companion to keep me on track. So sometimes I will use this in addition to the timer method, or I will completely scrap the timer method for that day. And every time I hear the theme song of the show, I know that 22 minutes has passed or 47 minutes has passed, depending on how long the show is. I'll also use that with movies such as like Hairspray or The Grinch Who Stole Christmas to let me know, okay, this has been going on for an hour and 22 minutes to me. It's like, what are you doing? So this, in conjunction with the timing method, excellent. Number three, breaking down tasks into parts of the day instead of by month or week. So I noticed that when I have big goals for the month, obviously I have goals for the week, but I break up my tasks for the day. And I only have about 3 small tasks for the day. So let's just say, send out this email, text this person about this, edit this video. If you do that for the day, 7 days a week, that's already 21 tasks that's done a week, right? 3 times 7, I'm bugging. I'm a teacher. Also, you could just do it Monday through Friday because 3 times 5 is 15. That's already 15 small tasks. And like Van Gogh, I believe, said, is a small step leads to, hold on, I got it on my journal. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. So I feel like that's gospel, and that's what I've been working on, and I've really seen those small things come together. So give yourself an inch so that you can run miles. Number 4, treats, which is also one of my favorites. Small things and small celebrations work so well. It's almost like Pavlov's method. So when you earn a small reward for doing something, it'll become your routine. So for example, I always have a specific reward after completing a specific task. So for me, if I knock off all 3 things on my to-do list, that day I'm getting a treat. If I knock off 4 out of 5 things, or 4 out of 5 days, all the things on that day for 4 days straight, or for 4 out of the 5 days of the week, I'm going to give myself a specific treat at the end of the week. So I now have treats at the end of the day, and then I now have treats at the end of the week. It's worked. Because I have been consistent with YouTube. I have been consistent with the flower shop. I've been consistent with me personally and my lifestyle changes. So treat yourself. Celebrate yourself. And it could be small things like picking up Haribo gummy bears. That's my favorite treat. I also wanted to go back to tip number 3, because it says, I wanted to point out, it's so much easier for me to not put tasks against time. So I'm not going to be like at 12 p.m. complete this, or at 3 p.m. I have to do this, unless it's like obviously a meeting or like a business call. But I feel that you should give yourself an allotted time rather than a specific time of day. So instead of saying I will clean my room at 3 p.m. today, I will give myself an hour to clean my room, or I will do whatever I can within this allotted time. And that's because things happen. Life is lifing. So if you accidentally at 3:05, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to wait till 4, and you might not get it done. I know we've done it. That is a college staple. Always. Like, I'm going to start at 5 and it's 5:01. It's like, I can't. I'm already 1 minute late. I got to start at 6. And I never get it done. So giving myself an hour, you can take that hour at any time. Any time between 12 a.m. and 12 a.m. So I highly recommend, again, using that timer method instead of putting yourself on a schedule. Because life cannot be scheduled. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Lastly, we have tip number 5, which is give up when you don't want to do it. Absolutely cancel it when you don't want to do it. If you do not feel like doing your homework, if you do not feel like editing that video, if you do not feel like doing your makeup at that time, do not do it and pick a different task. Because the worst thing that I have been doing is sitting in front of my computer procrastinating for an hour because I didn't want to do my homework when I could have used that hour to edit a video. Because I felt like using Photoshop, but I just didn't feel like doing my homework. So I could have edited some graphics and had that done, and then maybe after I edited some graphics, I could have took a break and felt like in the mood to do my homework. I could have watched a movie and then did my homework. I could have reorganized my desk space and then did my homework. I could have did my laundry and then did my homework. So when you don't feel like doing something, either don't do it at all or replace it with something else. Also replace these people, you feel me? But replace it with something else. Because usually you'll be in the mood to be productive with something, another task, just not the specific task that you know you're supposed to be doing at that time. Again, unless it's like a business call or a schedule thing that you know you have to do at a specific time. But yeah. So that's it. These are all the tasks that I have for you. I feel like it was short, sweet, and to the point. It could all be doable and it could all be implemented today, right now. So I hope that you have a prosperous and amazing 2022. I will see you when you get here. You look kind of sleepy, so go take a nap. Good night.